Johnny Mathis is immortal, folks. Well, kind of. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beer vs. Bureau. We've got the 12th of Never Ale by Lagunitas. It's a 5.5% ABV pale ale, super hopped up, and I believe it was brewed with English puffed wheat. Don't quote me on that, but let's get into it. The 12th of Never by Lagunitas is a 5.5% pale ale that uses English puffed wheat as a part of the grain bill. So it's probably safe to say this is an English style ale. Opening this beer takes you on a trip to the tropics. Papaya, mangoes, pineapples, you name it. They're all there and they're all strong. Not exactly the sweetest on the tongue, but trust me, that's a good thing. Yikes. Like a shotgun, kind of. Oh god, I've got one of my beard hairs in here. This is going to be really gross. I'm going to have to fish this out before I finish. And I believe my beard hair is literally the reason why this head is so enormous and massive. Perks of having a beard, right? Funny thing is, I still have more in here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just finish it off because this head is dissipating really quick anyway. So I got to kind of keep up with appearances and make the head last so that I can actually talk about it. So we've got a pale ale body, very light, so it's not very malty. Pillow top, head looks more like Swiss cheese right now because of all the fishing and digging I had to do to get my hair follicle out of it. But anyway, I want to say it's freshly hopped. It might not be, but right on the tip of the nose, you've got a lot of tropical aromas. Papaya, maybe a little bit of some stone fruit. I want to say either tangerine or maybe mandarin orange. Kind of hard to tell on the citrusy side of things, but I definitely do smell some papaya. Yeah, I don't think it's freshly hopped. I think it's dry hop, but no matter. Tropical notes really are bursting out of the glass and onto my taste buds. Again, it's not very malty because it's a pale ale, but that's okay because even though it's actually pretty hopped up, it doesn't really have a whole lot of bitterness. Piggybacking on what I just said just before, the finish is very smooth in terms of it actually not being very bitter. It's probably more of the tropical notes being so fresh and aromatic that really carries that bitterness to the back of your throat. Usually hoppy beers that have, tons of hops in them are pretty bitter on the finish, and this one, not so much. It probably also helps that it's a pale ale at 5.5%. Just saying. So about that nonsense I was saying earlier about Johnny Mathis, which really isn't nonsense at all, actually. The 12th of Never is actually a song by Johnny Mathis. I think it's one of his more popular ones from 1956 or 1957. I can't remember. I wasn't born back then, obviously, so I'm only going by what I know from the internet. That being said, let's go right into the artwork. So the 12th of Never can, it's pretty simple. Got the Lagunitas bottle cap at the bottom, and then a fairly large ale, the letters ale in very large font directly in the middle of it. And that's actually kind of neat. They also have on the back of it, it's in reverse. So you've got the bottle cap, oversized bottle cap on top, and then you've got the also oversized ale in the middle, and then 12th of Never, and then Lagunitas. Nice little attention to detail. And also with Lagunitas, they're pretty simple. They're pretty nostalgic, and they can be pretty witty with what they do with their stuff. And also on these cans, and I've actually looked at quite a few of them, they have different, what I thought were lyrics to the same song, but this one in particular has the text from a really old poem called the Blue Guitar, or I think the Blue Guitar Man. I forget. It's been a while since I've been in college. Yeah, each of the cans have different words on them. I'm not sure which ones are from that song, 12th of Never. Again, you can look it up. Yeah, but overall it's a solid beer. I mean, it's very fresh and aromatic. It's very refreshing on top of being fresh tasting, even though it's not exactly freshly hopped. And it's a pale ale that can fit in a lot of different scenarios. At least that's what I think. I mean, it's not summer anymore. This would be one of us, the summer drinkers that I would prefer. It's almost fall now, so if you like this review, you know what to do. Make sure you push the like and subscribe button. And as always, please, please, please share my video with any of your fellow beer drinkers, fellow beer aficionados, potential beer lovers, anyone that might be remotely interested in what I do on my channel, because that would be so, so, so very much appreciated. And I will love you forever for it. That being said, cheers. And always drink better beer.